I design a lot of houses, but not for me. I think from my perspective as an architect and also the interior designer of the house and also the homeowners, when we design this, we already have our daughter and we already have a kid, so we know like how we want to live as a family.
Hi, I'm Ditho. I'm a lawyer.
And I'm Agatha Carolina. I'm the co-founder of Bitte Design Studio, also the architect of the house. The house is actually like our dream house. So we've been planning to build it ever since we got married. We've been married for almost 9 years. This is our dream house. From our traveling journey, we found that what we really like is a house that is timeless. And since he really loved like vintage furnitures and he loved like classic cars, we think that maybe our style is more towards that era.
So that's why when we want to build this house, I tell her that actually I think we need to put the mid-century era in this vibes.
Who pushed us a lot in creating the house is our daughter.
Yeah.
Because we used to live in an apartment building and she loves animals. But when we live in an apartment,
We cannot have
pets. So she pushed us to build a house so she can get like pets. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind when designing this house. We like materials that age, so you see that the house in a way grows with us. This is the facade, the exterior of the house. You can see this is the garage and this is the entrance to the house. It's a wooden deck that goes along to the house extension. This is all the bricks that we use. We use like combination of gradient of bricks color. And this is the angled bricks that we use for air circulation and to get more natural lights. And this is the entrance. This is the semi-public area that I mentioned. This is used for to greet like guests, and also we use it for our working area. I'm a big fan of Lloyd, Wright, so I try to implement the compressed and release like philosophy here. The ceiling goes like higher, so it somehow plays with that scale of intimacy by playing with the height of the ceiling. So that way we try to play with the compressed release philosophy. This place is actually a place for connection. So we can also open all the sliding doors and people can sit whether inside or outside at the terrace. It's actually connected to the second floor with the big voids opening, like on top of the living room and on top of the pantry. And also one of the feature is the floor to ceiling high shelving. Most of the furnitures that we have are from the mid-century era. This is a table lamp designed by our firm, by Bitte. And we also have like Cheska chair and Louis Poulsen lamp, Isamu Noguchi, George Nelson, some of the furniture designers that we love. Being a designer, it's a way of like appreciating them and learning from them also. And I think it's the iconic pieces. We can pass it to our next generation. He collects like this vinyl collection ever since he was in like middle school, I think. And I think this is his corner and he just loves to be around here and playing some music, listening to vinyl and all, which I love it too. I think what we really craved before when we was living in an apartment building is to have a connection with the nature, where we can have like a inner courtyard like in the middle of our two buildings. We just want everything to see that inner court where we have a big body tree in the middle. It has a very nice shelter to put like in the middle of the two buildings here. So this is our house, the main building, and this is the house extension, which we use for mainly for events, just to like host some events or dinner or just using it for a multifunction purpose. Our master bedroom is located on the ground floor. We always plan to live here until we're old. We put like a camouflage door. At the back, we have like the chance to play around with the vertical garden at the back. We put on a lot of like lush vegetations just to create like a rainforest feeling and to make it very green. So it feels like when you enter this bedroom, it just feels like a sanctuary. And inside it also, we have our very own master bathroom, which is also looking to the greeneries. On the stair area, we put on like skylights on top, which is very nice. And the stairs is like a floating stairs with a glass railing. On the second floor, it's more a space for our kids. It consists of 2 bedrooms, my daughter and our second born with our baby boy. There's also a study area for our kids, has a lot of lessons.
And also there's a piano
Yeah,
for our daughters to play.
At the back, we have a big balcony that can be used for them. We also think that when they grow up, they will have friends over and they will maybe hang out with their friends, and they will need their own space. So we think that it will be a nice place for them to hang out at the balcony. So when I designed the house, I put all of those considerations into mind. It's a very interesting journey for us as a family and for me as a designer to create our very own house. And I always think that designing a house is a very personal journey. We love that they can be able to have like both active balanced life between the outdoor and indoor. I think it's very nice to be able to create your own house and live in it and just learning and growing with the house like each day.